Hello ladies and gentlemen, what's up? It's Papa Bale and welcome to the channel. Currently I am using this 12 magnet rotor. It's a north-south configuration with 24 gauge, 32 gauge bifilar coil, trigger strand and drive. It's hooked up to this circuit right here. It's being powered by this power supply. So this is a DC buck converter. It takes the AC from the wall, changes it to DC. It's using about 200 milliamps, 12 volts. It is charging this battery right here through this cap bank. It's more like a converter from AC to DC. DC can flow through it, but the ultimate outcome is going to be DC. Go straight to the battery here, and this is the value. We're charging the battery currently, and we've got my dual drive coil over here, and I'm using just one of the drives right now currently. I was thinking about hooking this coil up to two batteries and two circuits, and having, the one drive. We're going to do 1 and 2 drive, okay? The 1 drive is connected to number 2 output, and 2 drive is connected to number 1 output. So, batteries. So there's 2 batteries, and one is basically charging the other, which is, it's not going to go anywhere, but I would like to see what kind of power comes out of having those 2 strands, 2 circuits active at the same time using batteries. I'd love to see that. So far I've only done it with power supplies with 3 volts in. This is 3 volts in, by the way. 3 volts and about 100 milliamps. So 0.3 watts. $150 milliamps. Okay, so that's what this one is running on, and that's phenomenal, man. Look at the response here. There is no resistance on this circuit currently, except for the resistance in the coil, which is very little. But for doing like what I was discussing about the 2 batteries, you don't want resistance. It's not something you want. This is a toy, a conceptual toy. It proves concepts, it debunks concepts, it's an experiment. I love it. And that's it. That's a 20 gauge at 830 turns and a 32 gauge trigger at the same. And then I'm going to hook up the other drive and we're going to see what it does. I might have to put some resistance on it because this is 3 volts and I only have 12 volt batteries. So that's going to be a tremendous increase in voltage. I'm going to have to see how that's going to react. Anyway, that's pretty cool. That's what's on the docket for this pulse motor over here. Now this pulse motor, I just magleved this rotor, and I think it's working rather well for generating electricity. It's not going that fast because the current is only 200 milliamps, but as it stacks, the electricity stacks in the battery, its capacitance, I think it will stay energized longer than if it wasn't north-south. That's just my opinion. I don't know if that's true or not, but I think it's going to end up being true. The north-south configuration is better for generation. And as you can see, it's trying to creep up to, creeping up, you know what I mean? These cap banks are great. The AC/DC cap banks, are really awesome. Take the AC, turn it into DC. Take the DC and just flush it right through. So you can hook a battery directly to the AC side of this and it'll come out the DC side, you know, DC. You don't need to do that, but you can. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, we're having lots of fun here. Got tons of things we want to do. I'm going to go take a look at my other rotor real quick. I will be right back. Okay, so this is my Utron rotor. I've had several suggestions on what I can do to gather energy off of it. I think two things that I'm going to do is I'm going to create like a band that's going to go around the equator. Then I'm going to put a serpentine coil on, and it's going to go up and down like this around the equator. And then on top of that, I'm going to put aluminum tape in strips, and then I'm going to have a strip on each coil, and see if we can get electrostatic energy off of it. So the serpentine coil, the way that's going to work is, okay, the permanent magnet is on the inside. It's a big one. There's 4 big permanent magnets in here. It's going to trigger the coil out here. And then this electromagnetic pulse is going to trigger the serpentine coil, which will be connected by brushes we're just going to get we want a reading. That's what we want to get, a reading off of this thing while it's spinning. So, and off of the serpentine coil no less, to see if actually triggering these coils, when they pound and push the permanent magnets, can they also, when they're pounding, trigger, create electricity in the serpentine coil? That would be great, because I know the permanent magnets won't be able to do it if I build it this way. But will the electromagnets, when triggered, be able to do it? I think so. Honestly, I think that'll work just fine. But I can't wait to do it, just have some fun. All right, so thank you very much. Peace out. Have a wonderful night. Please subscribe. Bye now.